What's up, guys? It's Calibre here.
And the Beast.
And I'm Tara.
And, well, Christmas is next week. But I will say this, when you guys see this, this will actually be uploaded on Christmas Eve. So just, if you're wondering why this is uploaded on Christmas Eve, well, now you know. But we're actually coming to talk about recalled toys. That's going to be fun. Or, I wouldn't really call Crayola toys and stuff like that, because they're not really, they're more for like coloring and drawing and all that. So we're just coming look at recalled possibly Christmas items.
Oh yeah, they're on the toy list. These are all children's items, which is like usually associated with Christmas, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna see a recalled. Well, you probably would see a recalled hammer that your stepdad or father put on his Christmas list, but whatever.
Actually, there was actually an axe out, or some type of tool that was recalled because well, it fucked up. I don't remember what the tool was, but that's besides the point. Let's get on with this. I gotta share screen so they can see what we're looking at, what we're all looking at. So, yeah. Alright. There's my little recording program, as always. So here it is. Let's see, the first one on the list is actually, crayons. Well, actually, these are, color, what the fuck is that?
They are crayons.
They're
Discount
like
school supply recall.
Colorations.
Colorations. Alright, colorations.
Dude, laceration hazard. This one is really weird. It's, red crayons in the multicolor set contain glass. That's fucked.
Posing a laceration hazard to user. Okay, I want to start off by how the fuck does this get passed through quality control?
How does it get past quality? How does it get past the stage of like them even saying like this is a good idea? Let's put glass in the red.
Right? How?
crayons.
How'd that happen? How did it affect 2,200 units? And there's multiple red crayons in each box. Like, how? I mean, that one's pretty self-explanatory, but alright, scroll down.
What is this?
Michael's recall spin art kit due to fire and burn hazards. This one's actually kept constant. Anything that, has a motor or is supposed to melt things, it always gets recalled for burn hazards. What do you think was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you put a freaking hot thing in there.
Also, I want to take a look at this. The battery compartment in the spin art kit can overheat, posing a fire and burn hazards. Alright, what type of fucking battery are you using?
Probably some kind of rechargeable one that heats up too much.
Also, another
You
thing.
probably didn't make enough ventilation.
Well, not only that, because see, when a battery heats up, we're going to dive in a little science right here. So, there's two reasons battery heats up. A, when it's charging. B, when you're drawing too much current from it. So, what kind of fucking motor do you have in here that's drawing this much current to cause it to heat up to the point of combustion?
Right?
Well, I'm thinking by looking at the box, I think the problem that actually is the motor is too close to the battery compartment, which the motor is heating up because of the spinning action, and it's probably heating up the battery container.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could figure.
Well, it makes no sense. Again, with the... You know what's funny is because these are actually practically the same fucking thing. Just...
Right.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
The same base.
The battery compartment and the pottery wheel kit can overheat, posing fire and burn hazard. I'm sorry, but if you're having this issue with two of your products, just recall all of them. Like, don't even make this shit anymore. And it's from the same fucking company. That's bad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I feel bad for anyone who got this for their kid. Because,
I think that one has more units than the other ones affected.
yeah.
Go back up for a sec.
Yeah, it does. This is 263,000 units. While the other one...
if it's maybe like a faulty battery or something, because I mean they were both made in China. But anyway, carry on.
All right, I want to start off by saying I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's a children's bath toy. I think what they do is they pour water in the top and it spins the stuff.
That seems a little weird, but okay, we're gonna roll with it. So let's see. Hazard: the bath toy can break apart, exposing small parts, and posing a choking hazard to young children.
It says that incidents and injuries. The firm received one report of the toy breaking apart and exposing small beads. No injuries have been reported. I am sorry. How freaking... I understand it's for small children. I get it. But, like, when I was a kid, how many small objects got shoved up kids' nose or got choked on before finally it got recalled? And this one, it's, oh my god, it broke open, there's tiny little pieces, recall everything.
Well, look how long it took for lawn darts to become legal.
Right? Oh man, this one.
This one is fucking retarded. Let's see. Oh. Okay, well, that makes much more sense. I thought this was something else. Sorry. The steering wheel on the go-kart can detach, break, or crack while in use. What kind of fucking material are you using that it breaks that easily?
There has been... Oh, wow, this one actually has 639 reports of the steering wheel detaching, breaking, cracking, with one resulting in laceration of a child.
Yeah, but when I first saw this and it was like collision hazards, I was like, oh, so if you have two kids, you can't get two.
Oh, so this is the same one. See, you didn't go into detail with us about this. You just...
Yeah, I didn't read the incidents.
Which I'm kind of glad you didn't, because then it poses... It gets me to give a general, like, actual reaction to it. Instead of it's like, you've told me, and then I read it out and I just make up a fake reaction. This is actually 100% real because I didn't read any of this list. I think I only read one thing off the list, and that was the fucking crayon thing up. But that was still a general reaction.
You don't read most things anyway. Beast and I are the research team.
Let's see.
Recalls college children's toy xylophone due to choking hazard. The ball on the end of the toy xylophone beater can separate, posing a choking hazard to young children. The firm has received one report of the ball separating from the beater rod and one report of the ball being loose. No injuries have been reported. Well, am I the only child who made it my mission to destroy my toys?
Right. And am I the only one that's childish enough to laugh when you say beater rod? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, but, that's bad. Like, seriously, companies use some higher grade fucking epoxy. Okay, what is this?
Okay, so these aren't just Christmas toys. This is a Halloween thing. And this is so ironic. Spirit Halloween recalls Nickelodeon Paw Patrol Marshall hat. He is the firefighter Paw Patrol, okay?
Right.
It's flashlight due to fire and burn hazard. The battery flashlight overheat, causing the flashlight to become hot, posing burn and hazards. The firm has received 3 reports of the flashlight overheating and 1 report of an overheating flashlight in Canada. No injuries have been reported.
I'm not understanding this because these flashlights, at least from what it looks like, from what I can see, it's a tiny ass fucking picture. But it looks like it would just take double A's. Double A's don't heat up that much.
No idea. I don't know if it comes pre with batteries or if it only takes double A's. It honestly, it's a Halloween costume, right? So I don't think they accounted for, like, sweaty kid hands.
Right.
And that's not even to say that, a couple over... I'm not saying it doesn't overheat, but I'm not saying that, like, a couple over zealous parents didn't, like, take their kid's flashlight and it was warm and like, oh, it's overheating because the kid's clutching it like this.
Yeah. Alright. Handicraft recalls Dr. Brown's. That just sounds wrong. Lovey pacifier and teether holder due to choking hazard.
Hazard snap can attach from the pacifier's ribbon, posing as a choking hazard for young children. Scroll down a little. The firm has received a total of 67 reports of the ribbon fraying and the snap detaching. No injuries are reported. It's a ribbon.
A what?
Are these people surprised? If you don't want it to break, use fucking paracord. Oh, but paracord's not cute. It's a ribbon.
Alright, what the fuck are these? Let's see, recall children tents due to laceration hazard.
Oh, I remember this one. Okay. The fiberglass rod that supports the tent can break and splinter, become sharp, posing a laceration hazard to the consumers. I get that one. I have fiberglass arrows, and oh my fucking god, when they break, they just splinter your hand to nothing. So, I mean, you got little kids in this tent, and, you know, they're horsing around, and they snap it, and, you know, kids are usually the kind of things that I try to fix things themselves.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't want to go running to mommy and daddy and be like, we broke it. The firm has received 270 reports of the tent rods breaking, including 2 reports of bruises and lacerations.
And stuff like I'm going to put this out here right now. When you're making children's stuff, don't use fiberglass.
Right? Manufactured in China.
Damn. Radio Flyer used to be a good fucking company, too. Like, what the hell happened?
Oh, it's motorized. Improper wiring can, oh my god, activate the wagon's motor, unintentionally posing an injury hazard. The firm has received 2 reports of the wagon's motor activating unintentionally. No injuries have been reported.
So, improper wiring. So, I actually put this on whoever wired the damn thing. And how quality control didn't pick this up is beyond me.
Because they only test like a handful of things, right?
Yeah.
So whatever they pulled out of each batch to test was fine.
Yeah.
Also, it's not to say that, you know, maybe storage was a factor. You know, there's a whole bunch of things. Sold at Toys R Us. Well, that's not a problem anymore now, is it?
VTech recalls Light and Lullaby's travel mobiles. Well, how do you pronounce that? Mobiles due to injury hazard. What the fuck does something like this cause an injury hazard? Like, what does it do? Explode?
The clamp attaching to the mobile to the crib rail can break, causing the mobile to fall. Oh, that one's kind of a big problem. Posing an injury hazard to the infant in the crib. Because those are normally things like you turn on and you walk away as you're going to bed, right? That's a problem. The clamp attaching the mobile to the crib. Oh. VTech has received 6 reports of the clamp cracking. No injuries have been reported. Well, yeah, because, I mean, something falls, baby cries, most parents, you know, baby monitor.
Yeah. Again, stop using shitty material to build your toys and shit. That's all I can say. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, look, another lovely one from VTech.
See the pattern. The ears on the elephant rattles can break off, posing a choking hazard to young children. Injuries, incidents, none reported. How'd they know that could happen then? What'd they do? Test something in the facility after they sent out batches? And then like, oh god, it could break!
Yeah, well, here's what I'm trying to understand. These fucking ears look like they're pretty fucking big, so how does that pose a choking hazard? Unless the fucking kid has a fucking, a throat the size of a fucking elephant's mouth.
I have no idea. Hang on. Customer contact. It doesn't say anything. Oh, that's what made me mad. I want one of these. I think it's the last one too. Fidget spinner keychains.
Yeah, well, you guys can read it. I don't have to.
The center post on the fidget spinner can become loose or fall out, posing a choking hazard. That's all fidget spinners, though.
Actually, give me a second. I actually have a fidget spinner right here that actually does that. Alright, so we're gonna come here real quick. Sorry you guys have to see yourself in, like, lagging dimension, but okay. See?
Right?
So why would you be putting that... Actually, I'm not gonna ask that question because we touch our fidget spinners to our tongue rings. But it's a common thing. Like, okay, I can't say all fidget spinners do it because I have those plastic fidget spinners that the handle piece snaps into the actual bearing itself.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's a fidget spinner.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people that are going to give one to their young kid anyway. Like, I want that. I'm 22. I want that.
Also...
But you can't... In here, it says that it's illegal to resell or attempt to resell a recalled customer product. So, like, I couldn't even get that if I wanted it now.
Alright. But people have to understand is, something like this isn't necessarily really meant to be used. It's more of a novelty than anything. It's just kind of there to look cool. But even then, like I said, why would you be putting it in your mouth unless you're retarded like us? And that's it. That's the end of the line. So what can we conclude from this? Shitty manufacturers using shitty materials and, well, they need to get their quality control right.
Well, there's that, but I mean, when buying stuff for your kids, you kind of have to use, like, your own... When buying something for anybody, you kind of have to use your own discretion at certain things, because, I mean, you know fidget spinners can break. You know that, like, when you buy a motorized anything, that there's a risk that it could malfunction. As far as the, like, the smaller things, like the flashlight goes, I know I grew up, we all grew up in, like, a different time, but, like, if I told my mom my flashlight was warm, she'd just tell me to leave it alone and then play with it later.
Yeah.
Like, looking at the past ones of these, like, you know, like, oh, there's lead in this, or, you know, this will actually catch on fire, or, you know, you can chop off a limb with this, or whatever. Like, one of those didn't even have a report. I want to know how they found out that the ears snap off with no reports or injuries.
Right.
Could have been quality
Anyway,
control.
look at it. Not a lot of people... I found this out in my last relationship because they had a lot of extended family with kids. And a lot of parents do not check recall lists because it wasn't until, I don't remember what they bought. It might have been a Hatchimal. I don't remember. Oh, it was a Hatchimal. It was a Hatchimal that wouldn't hatch. And they hadn't looked up these toys before, and they didn't realize that, you know, there was a chance the hatch, I don't know if they were recalled for this, but there was a chance the Hatchimal wouldn't hatch. It wouldn't be able to get out. It would think that it got out, and it would start acting like it was already out. So, you know, they got 4 Hatchimals for their kids, spent a ridiculous amount of money, and one of the Hatchimals wouldn't hatch. So then, you know, they have a disappointed kid, and they're like, why didn't anybody say anything about this? And I'm like, did you Google it? And a simple Google will tell you, oh, some Hatchimals don't hatch because there's a problem. And obviously that's not really a dangerous thing, but, you know, you kind of have to research some things sometimes.
Actually, I got something that I want to add on to real quick.
What's that?
I'm not gonna look at it. I don't feel like strange sharing. Beast might remember this. The snack time kid, the little fucking Cabbage Patch Kid thing.
Is that the thing that would eat your finger off?
No, well, I guess it could eat your finger off, but it also ate children's hair.
Anything with like a movable mouth, like if it had like a strong mouth, it's recipe for disaster.
And this thing is fucking creepy as hell.
Oh, I might get hate for this. All Cabbage Patch Kids are creepy. Oh no, I've definitely had a recalled toy. Who remembers the Polly Pockets where their clothes snapped on with magnets? That was recalled. My mother didn't really enforce that because I was old enough that, you know, if the magnets popped off, I wasn't going to swallow them.
I'm trying to figure out if that's what that picture was. But it was some type of fucking doll that you could, like, feed it fake food, and it was weird.
Baby Alive did that?
Yeah, pretty much anything with movable parts that it kind of has a grabbing motion. Just, like, keep hair and fingers away from it.
Well, you also have to use your own discretion, too, because
I don't know what the fuck.
I know why they recall things, and that's to resolve the company of any liability.
Yeah.
If they don't do anything about it, then, you know, they could be looking at a lawsuit. But at the same time, if you know, you're looking at stuff that, you know, has magnets, or, you know, if you got that, like, waterfall thing for, like, a 4-year-old, or, you know, you're, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say, and it's not coming out. But, I mean, like, use your own discretion. Like, I know a 3-year-old who's smart enough not to swallow magnets. Am I saying every 3-year-old is smart enough not to swallow them? Absolutely not.
And then you have idiots like Cody's Lab who will literally put a fucking magnet in his finger. So.
Jesus. Anyway.
I believe it was Cody's Lab. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think this is the last random video that's going to go up before the new year. So, I think we have 2 Mod Mouse left. Then we have this video.
Yeah, this will be the last random video for this year. But obviously we still will do...
And this will only be 1 Mod Mouse left, so if this is the only videos that you watch and you don't participate in our vaping videos, have a Merry Christmas, have a safe and happy New Year, and we will see you next year then.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video... Oh, shit. He was talking. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to these awesome people. He is S13_TheBeast. And she is Tarot Storm. Lovely name. Lovely username. It's really easy to find her. She's the only person on the site with that name, so... And a whole bunch of DDLG videos. Although, if you search her, I believe if you search my name, Mr. Caliber, you can also find her that way as well. But, anyways, guys, peace.